Yo, what it do, everybody? It's your man Dre, aka Dre on the wheels. Welcome everyone to a live edition of the 11:30 podcast, Talk Pro Wrestling. What's good, everybody doing out there, man? It's Saturday. It's time to talk some pro wrestling, man. Boy, what a pay-per-view, premium live event we just witnessed. Got a lot we're gonna cover on this week's episode of the 11:30 podcast, Talk Pro Wrestling. Appreciate everyone tuning in. If you're watching on Facebook and YouTube, definitely smash the 11:30 podcast like button on Facebook, and definitely subscribe here on YouTube. Like it, leave a comment, share it, do all that great stuff, and don't forget to follow the 11:30 podcast on all social media platforms. But you guys, like I said, man, it's time to talk some pro wrestling. I'm not alone, man. I'm joined with my awesome bro, my awesome buddy, man. He's the host of the Beeline Entertainment LLC, man. He's going to be joining me here on this week's episode of Talk Pro Wrestling Live, man, to chop it up on everything. What's going on, my guy, Brian B?
What up, D? Happy to
What
be
up?
here, bro.
Hey, how's it going? How's life treating you?
Well, man, can't complain. We've been doing a lot lately, a lot of lives, a lot of engagement online. And then of course we watching the wrestling, bro. Can't be mad at it. It's a good
Yeah,
night.
man. Yeah, it was. It was a good show. Good show, man. And you just speaking about your podcast, man. You got a dope episode out with I forgot the guy name. Hollywood actor.
Yeah, Mark Christopher Lawrence.
Yes.
Yeah,
Wonderful episode, man. Wonderful
thanks, bro.
episode. So,
I
man, that's
appreciate it. Yeah,
awesome. Yes. Keep killing it. We're going to talk more on the podcast and everything business wise after the show. But,
for sure.
man, Night of Champions, Afternoon of Champions, whatever you want to call it, was amazing. I couldn't predict half of it, but especially the ending. We ain't going to waste no more time. We're going to jump into it, though, from the main event matchup. Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn actually making his appearance in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia, with
That's
all the
right.
religious background and stuff like that. I thought, man, that was really cool for him to, he posted all over his social media accounts and everything. And they took on Solo Sikoa and Roman Reigns, who is now in the 1,000 mark days, 1,000 days as
What
a
up, baby?
champion, man. So I think that's awesome, man, for real. They got a huge celebration coming up next week, though. But we had the tag team matchup at Night of Champions, man. I gotta ask you, man, what was your thoughts on everything and the ending as well with the Usos coming in? Because
Man.
I predicted this. I said the Usos were going to be involved, but a lot of guys was like, "Hold up, I don't know if they're going to be able to make it over and make that trip, though." But the match itself was wonderful, but the ending, man, like, talk to
I was
me.
flipping. I was flipping. I was like, see, let me just acknowledge something. Let me just acknowledge something, my boy Roman Reigns. The one's up, baby. Yo, I'm a heavy fucking bloodline fan, yo. I'm a big bloodline fan. I love Usos, love Roman, Solo. I love Paul Heyman. I was over there educating my son on Paul Heyman's history in the pro wrestling business, man. Such
Yeah.
a legendary figure. I think a lot of people in the generations don't just understand. I mean, this man goes all the way back to their family, literally their bloodline, and so many more talents that you've seen and have no idea Paul Heyman was, at one point either managing them or a part of it. But I love the bloodline, bro. I think they're the best story ever told in wrestling. I'll kind of go that far. This story has been unbelievable, from the title reign to the drama with the characters and everything that it represents. When I watched this one right here, we also did predict something like this was going to happen. Somebody actually on my show actually almost completely predicted exactly what happened, which was crazy. But when I liked the fact that it's been reopened, because remember when Jay was first going after Roman, he was on the same tip, like, yo, I ain't following you, whatever. And he finally
Yeah.
it just happened, you know what I'm saying? And then Jimmy came back from his long hiatus. He was injured, and bam, jumped right into it. And he was like, nah, you ain't dogging me, bro, you crazy. And it kind of just went away, and he kind of just fell
Mhm.
in line. And it's like, I like the fact they playing it now that it's coming back. And Jimmy's like, listen, bro, it's a wrap. And also like
Yeah.
that they still kept it open. They didn't
Yes.
like conclude it tonight. They
Yes.
still got Jay still on the fence. Like, what do I do? But Jimmy was, God, I was losing my mind over here, yo.
Dog, man, I said it. I predicted it a couple of weeks ago on one of the commission talk episodes. I said I don't feel like if Sami Zayn is going over there for the first time and competing over there, I don't feel like he's going over there and he's going to lose. You know, with
Mm,
all the
yeah,
religious background stuff that he got going on, and now he was able to go over there and compete and defend the tag team titles. I was just like, nah, I don't think so, you know.
yeah,
But the matchup, like you said, it was great, and Usos came out like I predicted, and they caused Roman Reigns and Solo Sikoa the tag team titles. But
yeah,
the thing about it was, I like how not necessarily fast, but I like how Jimmy sort of got fed up with it. I guess
yeah,
maybe he been seeing how Roman Reigns been playing his brother, and also
yeah.
kind of like using Solo in a way, but Solo is kind of like in the middle, because I think it was on SmackDown when he was talking to one of the Usos. Solo was ready to, spike him. Like,
Oh
you
yeah,
say one wrong word, I'm
yep,
ready to spike you, though. But I loved it, and he was just like, man, I'm doing something that you should have done a long time ago.
yep, yeah. I think that they're definitely playing it well. The way that the Usos interjected in the match, I thought that was phenomenal. It was at a point where it was like it could have easily took a turn. So as the audience watching, you're like, oh, Roman about to be like, thank you, Uso. You know what I'm saying? But then when
Yeah,
they got too into it, and then they hit Solo with that double super kick. Right there, it was like that was when it was like that's what I think my first big boom when I was like, oh, and I'm
yeah,
like, they playing it. And I'm telling you, like, I think Solo is going to be on his way. I predicted that I feel like they already announced they that Roman's supposed to be defending at Money in the Bank
I
uh
predicted
and
huh,
that.
SummerSlam, but I feel like they're gonna have I feel like it's gonna be Usos versus Roman and Solo at
at
whether it be Money in the
SummerSlam.
Bank or SummerSlam. I'm not sure. But which is kind of a drag because I kind of do want to have Roman. I think Roman's definitely on his way to losing the titles this year. But
Yeah,
it's interesting. I love the storyline. I don't hate it.
no,
You know.
I definitely love it though. I can see Roman Reigns possibly losing it at about SummerSlam ish. It depends on who's he taking on. But
Hmm.
the thing is, though, I mean, I don't know. I thought Cody Rhodes was going to obviously what he's doing right now and having his hard time story. I thought he was going to make this year round comeback and challenge Roman Reigns and then eventually take the Universal Championship. But I don't know unless someone wins the Money in the Bank and then they cashes in on Roman Reigns. That would be the way of taking it off Roman Reigns. But necessarily, I don't know. I don't know who could necessarily be that guy right now. But
Yeah.
SummerSlam definitely could be a huge matchup between the Usos and Roman Reigns. But Money in the Bank, I think, would be great. And
Yeah.
I guess SummerSlam will leave Roman open to defend his title and then lose it at WrestleMania. I mean, excuse me, SummerSlam. So
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Either way, I think just like you just said, I feel like if the way it's going, I feel like they kind of have to do the Usos versus Solo and Roman. It also allows Roman to kind of allows participants to build up, like you said, even if it's the Money in the Bank holder. Which, if you remember, I said a long time ago, if somebody beats Roman at this point, it has to be somebody with a well invested story in it, or it has to be somebody on some just crazy bananas, spectacular stuff like somebody winning the Money in the Bank and just cashing in on Roman after his successful title defense at whatever. I feel like at this point it has to kind of be like that crazy kind of situation.
eh,
But
eh, who would you have in mind though? I mean, obviously we said Seth Rollins, but we know what Seth
Seth is
Rollins
my
is doing
boy.
right now. But we're gonna get to him. But who would you have in mind to be that guy to with that invested storyline to take the title away from Roman Reigns?
See, an invested storyline. I'm be real with you. I had Seth all the way for a long time, but like you said, now Seth is kind of not there anymore. And now I'm saying somebody can be built into it. But the way it's going, the way it's looking, I wouldn't mind Solo taking it, man. I wouldn't mind all of this build up. Solo's been the only
Hmm.
one that's been like I'm the henchman. I'm here. I'm doing what I'm told. I feel like when Solo flips the script, it lines him up in perfect category to where the Usos be like, yeah, you are brother. Let's get him. And then bam, Solo's like, yo, I followed you. Look where I'm at. You dogged the family. I'm about to take you out now, and it'll allow him to be an established new character. I feel like he can hold the position. And I feel like if it happened, it would still be in the bloodline. It would allow Roman to come back at some point, even if he's on some babyface shit. Like, you know what? I was losing it, but I still want my family. And the bloodline can get together and do a whole face turn run. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it
Hmm.
could open a lot of doors. But on some crazy shit, if I had to like just pick and just want something to happen, I want my boy
Yeah.
LA Knight, yo. LA
Look at,
Knight. Yeah.
I think
All day.
I think you stole the words out my mouth though, because the Money in
All
the
day.
Bank qualifying matches is supposed to start next week,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm hearing this whole LA Knight thing and the whole big push
Bro.
possibly coming with LA Knight, which I hopefully it's true,
Mm-hmm.
and it seemed like a lot of people was coming to their senses when I said that LA Knight had that big charisma that he
You're right.
you know uh reminds you of that little bit of Stone Cold and a little bit of The Rock, a little bit
Yeah.
with his promos in the middle of the ring.
Yep.
But I think he is going to win it. But I feel like LA Knight wins. I feel like he's going to cash in on Seth Rollins.
Yeah, I think that's definitely a possibility. I mean, I can see him holding it for a while. Like you said, if you were just talking about just some like crazy. See, we'll talk. I know you're gonna talk more about like what else happened tonight, because this was an
Yeah,
interesting
yeah.
night. I don't think
Yes, it
anybody
was.
was expecting some stuff tonight. But that's what I'm saying, bro. A lot of times, I think that's why we're saying like, wow, it was a good night. It was a good peer review, because it's annoying when you just keep predicting stuff and it happens. You're like, oh, we see where this is going. But then when that craziness happens, you're like, what the hell was that? It gets you re-engaged, and you're like, yo, listen, I'm watching this shit every week. And I feel like
Yes.
that's what it's been missing, man. And that's why if it is a crazy cash in like LA Knight, or even if it's somebody like who just comes in, or even if it's like a heel Cody, or I don't know, man. I was thinking this earlier as well. Like, I feel like we're at a point. Roman is doing a great job of being a heel bad
Hmm.
guy. He was on that cusp of turning to the point where I forgot where it was. It was when Sammy was involved, but he was on that cusp of turning to where the crowd was starting to get behind him. And because you be a heel for a while until the crowd is behind you, and they were getting there. But I think the stuff with Sammy return the crowd back on Roman, and which is it's good in their storytelling. You got to give it to them for that. But
Yeah.
I would love to see Roman kind of just stay the bad guy until the crowd runs behind him, and he just kind of runs just like Seth did. Seth was the
Mm.
bad guy, laughing jokester, and then the crowd just started singing his song, and they loved his ass. It was no decisive turn. You know what I mean? I loved it.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
love that. Rhea too. Rhea's on that role right now too. She's still bad. She's still with Dom, but they love Rhea, yo. She's dominant.
Mm. I feel
I
like that.
love
I
that
feel
shit.
like with Roman Reigns, I feel like when he takes a break and he finally come back, I think that's when the crowd is gonna be like, "Hold up, wait a minute! Like this is the man." I think
I
that's when they're
agree.
gonna really get behind him though. But yeah, I agree with you also too. With the Sammy stuff, definitely turned him back to full heel, and then also with WrestleMania, and everybody had Cody Rhodes winning, and that was their
Yeah,
pick.
that
So
too.
it was like, oh hell nah, man, I can't do another year with Roman
Yeah,
Reigns as champion. So hey man, I love where the story is going. The
yeah,
huge celebration on SmackDown. So we're gonna see what happens with it all, though. But we're gonna move on with
yeah,
Night of Champions, man. We crowned a new world heavyweight champion in the name of Seth freaking Rollins, though.
yes,
Man, I thought this was awesome,
yeah,
well deserved. Seth Rollins went out there, bust his ass. The only problem that I had that the match went on first. And not a really big problem though, just a
mm,
little something because they built up this match and they had a little tournament and they was like, "Yo, man, we gonna crown a new world heavyweight champion." Blah 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 blah. So, hey, if Roman Reigns is not starting the show, he's damn well main eventing. So I figured that
Definite.
out since he's been champion. But uh, Seth versus AJ Styles tore the house down in the opening matchup. What was your thoughts on it, man? And also the Seth Rollins becoming the new world heavyweight champion.
Bro, like you just said, literally, that was as soon as I started watching the show, when I heard AJ Styles music, first thing I put on Facebook right away. This is starting to like, how the hell is this starting the show, man? The thing that I think, some people aren't like really understanding, like, a lot of people were giving me a lot of backlash, or at least for me, that's how I feel about it.
Okay.
This title in general came up, and immediately people were like, get the hell out of here. Like, okay,
Hmm.
so you have somebody who's held the actual titles, both titles, for damn near 3 years. And the answer to the question of what are we going to do to get another champion is to just make a new title. Hence, that's why everybody's calling it a consolation prize. So already this title's kind of, worthiness is already diminished from the beginning. So I felt like, this has to be looked at like, in order for them to take this title seriously, or us to take this title seriously, it has to be treated as such. It's got to be, man, this is, even if it's main event, I'll be real. You couldn't, with the storyline, it's crazy, but even if it's main event, like, this is the new champion. We're going to find out who's the new heavyweight champion, continue the legacy of the heavyweight championship.
Mm.
And it was the first match of the night, bro. It was like, yeah, let's get this out the way so we can get the rest done. And I get it, like, you want to have like the one to kick it off and stuff like that, but I definitely feel like this should have been more prestigious. It should have been more like, let me explain to you guys. This is the title of, WC Booker T, and you know what I mean? Like, this is where this legacy comes from. And I feel like they
Yeah.
were kind of like, yeah, we just got it. No, oh, here's title, Seth. All right, get the hell out of here so we can get the next matches going. Like, you know, it should have been the fireworks. To at least give the illusion, you know what I'm saying, that, yeah, forget about Roman's titles. This is the new one, and this is, we're gonna start here, you know what I'm saying, or continue here. I just don't feel like they
Mm.
did that. I love the match.
Okay.
I love that Seth won. There was a really good match, AJ and Seth. I mean, two of the greatest of all time for sure. I definitely think Seth should have won. I've been a Seth, rider for a while, but
Yeah.
I mean, I think they're going to build up some nice stuff with it. Give somebody on Raw a chance to, open up some new possibilities. But I can't lie. I'm still like, yeah, but Roman still got two titles. Like, I
Look
can't
at
not know that.
when I first initially when they announced it, I was like, okay, I didn't think it was, they was going to be introducing another championship, to the
Me neither.
roster. And boom, we got Roman over there with both belts, which would make sense if he could have just dropped the WWE championship. Or, my theory was, this was just my theory. We got the WWE Championship. The WWE Championship always been around,
Yep.
and since he been champion since what 2020, and that was the Universal Championship.
Yeah.
Since he reached over 1,000 days or so, whenever it was, maybe 1,000 days, he sort of retires the belt. The
Mm.
belt goes away, and I went back and forth with that idea because it was like, well, when Jericho beat Stone Cold and The Rock the same night, he had that accolade of, yo, I beat Jericho and The Rock, and The Rock and Stone Cold in the same night, and he went on around for years and years and years to, say that just to brag about it.
Yeah.
So whoever would have beat him for that title would have not only bragging rights, but also would have, you know, that added, popularity on that because he beat
Yeah.
Roman Reigns and stuff.
Yeah.
So I went back and forth with that idea. But to add the world title, I feel like it was mostly going to be a consolation prize if Cody Rhodes won it. Yes,
Mm.
I understand that, Roman, what he's doing. And I like how Seth Rollins said on Monday Night Raw, he felt as though it was selfish for Roman to have this long, extended reign, but hey, it
Gotta
is
beat
what
him
it
though.
is. Yeah, you gotta
I
beat
mean,
him.
if you talking in some real world understanding of pro wrestling, whether you predetermine whatever you want to know, acknowledge it as. But if you're talking about kayfabe, hey, two contenders going at it, and the winner is getting it, whether or not you're a heel winning with your tactics and your team and your disqualifications and your whatever run-ins, whatever. The thing is, to me, bro, it's like this is like the long story. This is like always my side of looking at this story in all conversation. Roman is doing something right now with the top treasure of the industry in the WWE. He has the WWE Championship and then the Universal Championship, which honestly is another belt that was supposed to be held by somebody else on another brand since they're split. You need a champion here and a champion here. They said, no, F it. Just give him
Yeah.
all of them. So he completely dominated for 3 years, 1,000 days, man. He's been dominant. At this point, when that happens, to me, if anything else that happens outside of this amazing accomplishment is kind of like, extra, it's not really included. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I always go back to UFC. It's like a fighter who is undefeated, and this fighter has been beating everybody that's put in front of him, beating him. He got the belt. Everybody challenges for the belt. He knocks them down. Then another fighter comes and they just make a new belt and say, well, okay, we'll just fight for this one with this guy. But you never defeated the guy who's been dominant. So it's like everything is always going to be secondary because the true shit is over here. You can't not know that this guy beat everybody.
Yeah.
But now I have to act like this guy who's holding a belt now is the person who's on top. The champion is the one. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's why it's kind of difficult, man. Even with the split titles, I get the decision to make 2 titles, but it's like even with the split titles, the WWE Championship on WWE is like it's not relevant like that anymore. It's like it's the Universal WWE. If you're the Universal Champion, do you feel like important because you don't have the WWE Championship? You have the Universal Championship. Is that the same shit? Like, you know what I'm saying? It starts to get complicated. So I feel like it should be a WWE champion. I feel like it should be a WWE heavyweight champion, and that's the man, and that's the one you got to beat in order to get acknowledgement of being the one guy, not 5, 3 at this point. Got 3 belts.
Hey man, I see. I don't even know. See, when someone beat, and I'm pretty sure both of the belts are going to become one. And see, and my
Yeah,
prediction, I feel like it's going to come true because they already talking about just having Roman Reigns just have one belt. Since now it's practically like 3 belts. You got the
exactly. Yeah,
WWE
yeah, 3
Championship,
belts.
the Universal, and the World. If the World Heavyweight Championship is 3rd place now, if I was Seth, I feel like I'm in 3rd place. You know,
Bro, I
so
tell you.
that I feel like they're going to get rid of one of the belts, and the belt is going to be the Universal Championship, and that's going to be an archives. This is going to be the belt that Roman Reigns held for 1,000 days. Some, in the history, like
Yeah.
it's going to be at the what they do, the Hall of Fame. What's that? What they do during WrestleMania Access. You're gonna be able to see the Universal Champ. That was the title Roman Reigns held for over 1,000 days, which they got like belts like Bruno and all that, all that
Yeah.
stuff. So
Yep.
I feel like that's what's going to happen because they're gonna come up with a new belt, and that's gonna be one. But yeah, I was never a big fan of. I like it; it's beautiful. I like the
Yeah.
all past, homage to past superstars and the past history. But if I was Seth Rollins, man, like all the way, like I'm vouching for Roman Reigns to have one belt because I feel like I'm in 3rd place. He got both
Yeah.
titles though. So
Yeah, man. It's
I
true.
don't know. I don't know. But
That's
yeah,
what's crazy about the brand split. The brand split is like I understand the importance of it because you can't have everybody on every single night. But at the same time, it's just the champion should have to kind of go in between shows, man. I feel like there should be one champion of WWE, man. And it might suck if you do a split pay-per-view and this guy, but if you hold the title, you have acknowledgement to both. That's why you're the champion. You're fighting for both brands. NXT too. Shit. Be on NXT too. I don't care. Like you the champion, yo. Like you have to make it work, yo. But I don't know, man. We're in a weird place now with it. And to the point where it's 3. And also a part of me, I'm not gonna lie, a part of me kind of also feels like WWE don't really know what the hell they're doing with the belts right now. That's why the SmackDown belts on Raw and the Raw women's titles
Yeah,
on
yeah,
SmackDown.
yeah. That
Two
is.
even Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens with the damn 2 tag team. I feel like the belt situation is very messed up right now. It's not like it didn't get sorted out with the draft, and I think that's what should have happened. And
Yeah.
I don't know where they're going now.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. The thing that was so confusing that Bianca was Raw Women's Champion, but she on SmackDown, and Rhea got the
Weird.
SmackDown titles, and she's on Raw, and they supposed to be coming up with one tag team titles now for have both Sami Zayn and KO to go back to both shows while they build up the tag team division.
Mm.
And it was also weird having drafting the NXT tag team women's tag team champions while they were still
See,
tag
yeah,
team champions. So
makes no
none,
sense.
yeah, the draft didn't make sense whatsoever. And then for the last 2 weeks, Paul Heyman got drafted with Roman Reigns and Solo Sikoa, but he been on Monday Night Raw.
Yeah, bro.
With the so yeah, it is that though. But shout out to Seth Rollins being the new World Heavyweight Champion. Yeah, wasn't a big fan of the match going on first. I think when I first experienced that back when Alberto Del Rio took on Edge at WrestleMania, and I was like, "What the hell? This is a World Heavyweight title match, though." But
Yeah.
he had to go fly back to do a movie. You heard about the movie supposed to be in Captain America, I
Yeah,
believe, a
Captain
Marvel
America.
movie.
Yeah, man. Congratulations to him too on that. I mean, it's definitely interesting, and I'm not, like I said, man. It's everything is about what Roman's doing right now, man. Unfortunately, everything is riding around that. Seth's got the opportunity to do a movie. I'm not hating or knocking on him, or whatever, but I'm like, all right, we got another champion. Oh, damn, he's doing a movie. He got other shit going on. He got to be first. Like, it's interfering a little bit to me, man. I wanted to see that title be prestige. I want to see, like, yo, listen, we got a brand new title. They're over there talking about some. Oh, it's 3 main events. There's no such thing as 3 main like CM Punk said. There's 3 main events. There's no such thing. You could just say there's 10 main events on this card. Like, it makes no sense, yo.
Oh man, hey
Main
yo.
event is the main. Maybe you could have 2 co-main events, but not 5. Like, it's ridiculous, bro. They're just trying to like feed us shit and making us think about it. Yeah, oh, it's a main event.
Yo,
It's first. Oh yeah, it still is. Come on.
hey, that's what I said when Sir. I was like, "Dog, just open the match, dog. Like this is not the main event, man." And yeah, and then the whole social media with them doing the whole like it might as well have been Afternoon of Champions. Then they went ahead and marketed Saturday Afternoon of Champions or whatnot. But
It was nighttime in Saudi. It was nighttime in Saudi Arabia, but for
yeah.
us, yeah.
But who you think one person that the first challenger that's gonna step up to Seth Rollins though?
To Seth,
I can't wait to Gunther get in that position because I know it's gonna be awesome for him. Yeah, but who you think a good contender for first contender for Seth Rollins
this is what I'm
championship?
saying. This is what I'm saying. I said this on my show too. I've heard a little bit too. I don't know. I listen to shit, but I don't know. You never know. I think Drew McIntyre is coming on. It's gonna be
Mm.
heel. Scottish, Scottish psychopath or whatever it's called. I think he
Oh.
about to come in, and this is what I hope it is. I hope it's him coming in and him like, I'm sick of this place. You feel me? Like, y'all didn't respect me. I won my title with any freaking people in the audience. I don't care about nobody. I'm taking what I want now. And I hope he comes in like that. And I'm be like, listen, Drew, you're my boy. Fuck it. I love Seth. But if you get the title, I won't even be mad. Because I feel like we need that, man.
Yes.
I feel like we need that. Yo, dominance needs to be. If anything, especially when I was watching that match, like that Roman Reigns match, one thing I was really acknowledging, yo, besides, like I said, my one's up. One thing I was really acknowledging is the fact Roman is a bad guy, yo. From how he deals with the crowd, from how he owns the position, he smacking the bells and waving them at Sam. He's a bad guy, bro. And you hate it, but you love it because it's always good to see who's going to stop this motherfucker. You know what I mean? And that's why I feel like it's so good. So you need that bag. Gunther's the same way, except he does it different. Gunther's like, listen, I am great at what I do. Look who I am. You ain't worthy to. Bro, these are guys that are like, everybody's talking about making stars. I'm like, yo, these motherfuckers is made. They already
Yeah.
here. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
LA Knight. He like you said it first, bro. He demands attention just as soon as he opens his mouth on the mic. And everybody's like, what's he got to say? I want to know. I want to hear what he's
Yeah,
saying.
exactly.
Bro,
When he came out.
that
Well,
shit is
actually,
important.
after he had the matchup on SmackDown and he had a mic, I came smooth back in the room real fast, and I was like, "What he
What
got
you
to
talking
say
about?
though?" He
Okay,
talking about you guys want the smoke. You're gonna get smoke. And I was like, "Hey, that's my man, LA Knight all the
fucking
way
love
though."
that guy, yo.
Like, yeah, hey, so it's gonna be awesome, man. It
Uh
really is.
oh.
Yo,
There go
we got
Warren.
Warren
What up, Warren?
Barlow. What's going on, man?
Not much, guys. I just got home. Oh, how y'all doing?
Chilling,
How's it
man.
going? How
Talking
was your
shit like
day?
always.
When do we not?
That's
When
right.
do we not?
Yeah, man.
What's
Hey, man.
up?
The show was awesome. Yeah,
Yeah.
all the great trash talker. We got some stars coming up though. You say you just
Uh,
got home one. Did you catch any other show?
Watched most of the Peacock literally on my phone while driving back from McClinney. So yeah.
Okay, okay. We was just going over
good, man.
the World Heavyweight Championship match. What was your thoughts on that and it opening up the show? Obviously, with Seth flying back to do a movie though, but that's
Yeah,
all we
that's
had.
the only reason why. Because, and I've said this with Brian numerous times, and I think I said it on commission. They needed that to be the main event to really make that title
Just say
the
that,
the
yo.
thing, because that title was really what Night of Champions was supposed to be circling around.
Thank you.
Hmm.
And I
Thank you.
mean, it makes sense in a way. And I'm very glad that AJ got to really have a contest match.
Oh
Like, it
yeah.
wasn't like, the AJ Styles that we've been seeing for a while. Like, this was legit pretty damn good, in my opinion.
Yeah, they did really good. I feel like they did real good,
I
man.
My scenario with this is right now, and I'm sorry, the biggest thing, Seth is tights. He is really giving me Enzo Amore vibes in so many damn ways with that look. But the dude is showcasing that, hard work pays off, whatever, but he's going to be the world's best heel. Pretty
Who,
soon
Seth?
in that process, I think that is going to have to be a heel transition with him soon.
I don't think so,
Okay.
bro. That's what we were just talking about.
Yeah. Brian B, just say what you just said a
With
few moments
Triple H
ago.
just raising his hand, that just tells me right there.
Nah, I mean Triple H is playing that NXT.
No, but I'm saying is, but Triple H has always been known as a bad guy.
Oh
As
yeah,
him
for sure.
as him running his own ordeals now, it would be a great scenario to bring that authority type figure back and bring back the old school Triple H and Seth
Bro.
Rollins, like what he was known for so long. Especially with him doing movies now, he doesn't have to be there all the time.
Listen,
That would
Warren,
be something to tell a story.
you was just on my show, and I just said this. All right, this is exactly what it is. What you're saying right now is what I just said. Listen, but I didn't say it about Seth because I feel like Seth just transitioned. He didn't even transition. He just got accepted because
Yep.
he's still playing the same heel character. He didn't even have to change. So it's
Exactly.
like that's the greatest. The Rock, all the greats have Becky Lynch, everybody have transitioned into their role. They didn't be, oh no, now he's bad. You saw he's talking about the crowd and all. Nah, he just became what he became, and they liked him. But I was saying what Warren, I was gonna call you Roman.
You acknowledge me.
Warren was saying on my show or whatever. I was like, because I heard that they were thinking about something like Triple H was gonna flip on Cody. And have the reason why Brock Lesnar is hitting up Cody is because Triple H is like, listen, bro, you came from here. You thought you was gonna come in here and run. And I was like, I heard that. I didn't make that up. I heard it. And I was like, if they make that shit and they have something like that, like a thing where it's like, that's why Cody's being held down. And they act on that. Oh, he came from AEW shit. Like what people are saying. They're not going to raise, Vince ain't going to raise him. And they just allow it to be acknowledged. Like, yeah, we don't want you here. You came here, you thought you were going to run it. Now we came here to destroy you. And then he uses Brock Lesnar. He uses anybody, whatever. And then Cody builds his way like, fuck, I can take all y'all. That's when I feel like Cody will be dominant. It's dominance, man. It's all about dominance, man. So I feel you with Triple H hitting on that. But on Seth Rollins, I feel like Seth is right where he needs to be. I think that Raw needs a dominant face to like, and he's not playing that face role that he was playing when he was the architect.
He still wrestles as a heel. That's the thing. Like, Seth don't really wrestle as a babyface. The reason why Seth is completely over right now, people get mad at me. It's his entrance song. That's really what really invested the fans into making it seem like, wow, they like him. Like every show, you're hearing him, whoa, like
Yeah,
it's an
I,
organic standpoint with it.
I, I think that's the number one reason. But I think it's two reasons. That was number one, and number two was like, well, man, this dude has been really busting his ass, and he been killing, it, especially like all last year. I think he even said it was like one of his best years, his in ring career years by far. Just the dedication and he haven't been world champion in a while too. But yeah, it's
That's true.
definitely theme song is one of them. I like how you said instead of turning Seth Rollins heel, I would do what Warren just said. But if Brian B was just saying if it happens with bringing back Drew McIntyre as a heel to take on Seth Rollins and go up against him. That's if that occurs though. But
If
yeah,
Yeah,
big
man.
if.
I think it was a good showcase. Like I said, man, I was so glad they finally gave something with AJ. AJ really got to go in there and just be what we all know him to be phenomenal. I think that's the
I wonder
best
what's
way
going
to
to
put
happen
it.
next, though. I wonder what's going to happen next because I don't really know if that's the only thing that another thing that's been like bugging me a little bit about WWE's booking recently is they're booking guys together that neither of them can really like take a loss at this moment. You know what I'm saying? Like AJ just got back and it was a great show, so that is what saved it. He fought for that title he fought for that title and he just came up short. I don't think it made him look bad in any way.
Nah.
But they are doing some things with some of these guys where it's like I don't want to jump too far forward, but it's just like I feel like some of these guys can't afford to take a win. Even though I like the Drew McIntyre idea, I feel like if Drew did come back, I feel like he would need to be like a reign of dominance, or you're going to wind up looking like
Mhm.
Karrion Cross, and he's going to come here and look important, and then just never win. Like what's the point? Like
Yeah.
you're good, but you're not good. Like it's not interesting,
Karrion Cross is the new Big Show.
bro. I tell you, man.
Oh
I don't know
man.
what that guy does good. He never had a strong run. I mean, I saw NXT. I don't
Bro,
think he's
me and
bad,
you
but
were the only ones that ever said this crap. Everybody was so high on Karrion Cross. I loved when he was bald, and the entrance really solidified him.
yeah,
But his in-ring appearance, I was just like, I'm not invested into him. And people got
Yeah.
so mad at me. You call yourself
I,
a wrestling fan and you don't like him? I'm like, I
I
don't
think
see that.
it's because I
me
think
neither,
he
bro.
came from like New Japan, so a lot of people
Yeah,
watch New
yeah.
Japan. So yeah, it's in ring work. None of it I'm really buying though.
It's
The
a
entrance
basic
is cool,
standpoint. I mean, if you do it the right way and stuff, yeah, but it's like
and
you got to adapt. That character is not adapting at all, in my
Yeah,
opinion.
I agree,
and
100%.
I agree.
I agree.
Another matchup. We're gonna move on. Another matchup at Night of Champions. Though this was really easy for me to even like go with. I was like, I don't even know if he had a chance though.
Hey, I'm
Gunther
so proud of
taking
him.
in on Ali.
I'll
Hey,
tell you right now, I'm
hey, yo,
so
I'm
proud of
proud of him
Mustafa
too.
Ali.
I'm proud of him
I'm
too,
so proud
man.
of him.
But my face is like Gunther face right now. Like
Listen, bro, I'm
yeah,
trying to tell you, are you wasting my damn time?
it
Get the
really
Hey, they
fuck
was.
out
gave
of
that
here,
man
man.
they gave him a match because if it was a Raw or something like that, it would have been a minute minimum,
Bro.
Yeah, but I
minimum.
mean, I
Because of
think
where
they
they
only
were,
yeah,
he got a
exactly.
sympathy match.
Yeah, they gave him that match because they
That
were
crowd, bro.
that-
Yo, listen, that crowd was not that live, yo. I'll be honest with you. I was thinking that, when I started understanding that crowd was not that live, during that match, there wasn't really that much noise, and then Mustafa Ali was there. But Sami Zayn proved that crowd wasn't live because that crowd didn't really, really come alive until Sami got in that ring and Roman was antagonizing them. That's when that crowd, they started chanting, they were cheering, they were standing up. I was surprised too because they usually, when they go overseas, they usually have like a big. I
You gotta
wasn't feeling
remember,
it this time.
Saudi's
yeah,
a
but
different thing
Saudi,
because you remember that
yeah,
building
Saudi,
is super high.
Yeah,
Like, there's a
and
reason why these guys are sweating. Like Brock literally looked like he just went through a damn sauna. As
oh
much
yeah,
sweat as he was having on him. Like it is so ridiculously hot in that building. I
yeah.
remember when I talked to my buddy Byron, and Byron would tell me, "He's like, dude, I'm literally wearing dry fit upon dry fit just so I can be cool a little bit because he said it's like literally like it feels like 150 degrees in that damn building."
I believe it.
And that big old building, and literally, just with a bunch of people, that's not a great addition.
It's hot out there though. But yeah, sympathy matchup for
Sympathy
Mustafa
match.
Ali. He won the
I said the
battle
same shit.
royal, got a
That
championship
damn kick
matchup.
that Gunther did, my gosh.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't necessarily like the idea of them. Yeah, I understand. It's like a home. Yeah, we're going to the hometown. We got to put the hometown guy in the matchup to
Hmm.
have the fans pop and whatnot. But it was kind of out of the blue in a way. But Ali has been on a winning streak for a little bit prior to him winning the battle royal, though. So. I think it was, let's see what happens next, or let's see if Mustafa Ali gets a life after Brock Lesnar told him
Bro,
get a
that was the
life.
best part. That was the best part of the whole feud. When Brock Lesnar said that shit, I was crying because it was interesting because I was just like listening to something. I think he was on Pat McAfee's podcast, and he was talking about how like he doesn't care about this shit. He's like, listen, I'm in for a check.
Mhm.
I do this, I do that. And then when Mustafa Ali was just on there talking about like how much it was his life and this and that, and he jumped in, and it was so unexpected, and it was like the perfect comedic kind of time that he did it. He didn't say it like stand there and stare at him. He was like, I'm doing something, but I just got to tell this guy, get a life, kid. I hear you in the background. This shit is depressing. That shit was. I was laughing in the fucking car when I was driving earlier because of that. That shit was funny. That was the best part of him having a match with Gunther. I'll tell you right now. That whole thing.
Oh
But
man.
I agree with you, bro. I definitely feel like it was. We all understand it was because Mustafa, his background. I think that's why he got that match opportunity.
Whereas
I'm not
Mansoor
saying he's
didn't
not
face
good.
anybody.
Well, yeah. Well, I don't think they're gonna have him going out
Mansoor
there
was
being
like their number one draw every time they go there. Every time.
in his certain character in his character right now. You think they're gonna throw him out there and embarrassing people like that? Come on,
Nah.
like you stay home. They would bring him around that shit.
Yeah, I was wondering, why they didn't use him,
Yeah,
in instead of
maximum
I
male
don't think
models
anybody's
Ali.
using
going to Saudi
Mansoor.
Arabia. Like fuck out of here. Revert him
Oh
back.
man.
I would have liked to see it's not the same place or whatever, but I'd like to see Gender and his boys, whatever what do they call? I don't even know their names or whatever.
In the share, I think.
I feel like
Yeah, in
they
this
could be
area.
dominant, man. I feel like they could be
Yeah.
dominant. They got a
I
bunch of
think
tag
they're in
teams
an
right
up and
now.
coming thing. I think they're really going to start building something between them soon.
They should have isn't that Shanky guy too? They should have him come
Mhm.
back, stop that dancing shit, and let them just be a nice faction.
I totally forgot
Mustafa
about
Ali and that
Stinky.
shit.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah,
listen, I sound
changes.
racist as hell saying all this shit, right? Just pull the Indian guys together. Fuck it. Aladdin, all of that.
No, what really would sound racist is right here when you say this match will be sponsored by Pocahontas. There you go. That's when you know that's right there.
Yo.
Don't
What's up,
cancel
man?
us. We're just making jokes, guys.
But Gunther, man, retains the Intercontinental Championship. And let's see who is Gunther next challenger, and when will he lose the championship? Because I think Gunther is going all the way to the top, man.
I want
Yeah,
to see him go
I
against Gable. I think Gable would be a great one to
I
lose to.
definitely. I don't know. I don't know who's gonna like stop him. One thing I was also saying, just like on this topic, really quick about Roman, and look how many people have been going through these long runs of no title changes, bro. Gunther, Roman, the Usos just came off of their streak. Bianca.
Bianca.
There have been so many. These titles really have not been changing, except for like the women's title and the women's tag team title. Those have been the only interchanging belts, and I guess the U.S. title as well. But a lot of titles have been on a pause recently. So it
I
is
think
interesting to see
also
what happens.
because there's so much wrestling going on, you don't want to just constantly have another title change because you got to look at when you look at the AEW banner, how many times the title on AEW has switched hands on free TV and stuff like that. Like you want to kind of like make your, I mean, like how we talked about it, the old school way. A lot of championships didn't get changed there either, unless it was the hardcore championship, 24/7. So like it sells the tickets because it makes you go, okay, maybe it's that night that they're gonna lose this title. Maybe it's this night or something like that. So I think that's what they're going with this. And you remember Triple H is so old school with these scenarios, so I can understand some of it. Now
Triple H
I think it's time for that heavyweight title to
goes Warren.
see
There's Warren.
something.
It was Warren thinking that Triple H is running the show. He might be running some of it.
I tell you right now, he's got a lot of saying in this one right now, especially with everything with that.
Starting to hear Solo not being called Solo Sikoa anymore. Here we go. Starting to hear it's Solo.
I got a good theory about Solo right now, though.
Corny shit.
I think would be the best way to split Solo and get Umaga's old manager in there. That would make a big transition for anything with his character.
Manda Estrada.
Yep.
That'd be nice.
Bro, I mean, that's what he's paying homage to. The mainly is Umaga, so I mean, why not? But what match did y'all think that really stood out for the overall? What did y'all really think?
I was letting Dre go down the line. No, I'm on his show.
I didn't know how far we went, so that's why I didn't. I thought I was already at the very end, so I didn't know.
No, we just covered the World Heavyweight. Actually, the tag team title match and the World Heavyweight. But hey, if you want to just chop it up like that, I think the match.
No, we'll let you go with it. I thought we were at the end. You good?
Yeah, Dre, it's your show, bro.
It is your show.
Two talkers on here right now. We talking this motherfucker.
The match I think that stood out for me, or I don't think it necessarily stood out, but I think the shocking surprise that I wasn't expecting was Bianca Belair losing the Raw Women's Championship.
For real.
I mean everything
she's
else
on SmackDown.
Was but that's weird. But yeah, but that match right there definitely stood out because I didn't see her actually losing it.
Right, it's because she was blue.
Yo, listen, Asuka hasn't done much to really solidify her.
She's blue Asuka. She's blue white Asuka.
the way that she lost, the way that she won the belt, for me, I mean, it was whatever. I'm shocked that they made
a make up for the WrestleMania. I think that's what it is.
I'm shocked that they allowed that to happen on Night of Champions. I think that was definitely a shocking title change. I don't think anybody saw that coming. Bianca has been pretty dominant for a while. I figured they were going to let her kind of continue it until it was like something serious. If you remember, she just kind of popped up on Raw and just started going after her again out of nowhere because we haven't seen Asuka since WrestleMania. And I mean, it was interesting. I didn't hate it. I'm like, damn, at least Bianca don't got the damn belt anymore because I was definitely getting bored with that. But I don't feel like Asuka really did anything. But then I had to look back and say, well, if not Asuka, who?
Yeah,
there's the problem, bro. There's not really a lot. You got that like 4-way women's tag match happening on one day. You know, you have like all the women are tied up into the tag titles right now. So you know, Carmella's gone, Alexa's gone, you know, Liv's even gone at this point. There's not a lot left. We'll talk about it. I want to jump the gun, like I said, but there's some stuff going on. They got a couple of people, but it's like
that's where you can tell like you're doing something with it because, like how we just said, we can't just stay on one topic. It's literally you've got so many different options.
Yeah, for sure.
Into these scenarios. That's what's cool about it. Can you stop with that damn chicken, guy?
But yeah, that was definitely surprising, and did some not necessarily research. Something just popped up, and I was like, well, they went 1-on-1 at WrestleMania. What was definitely different? I guess maybe they wanted. I don't even know. I really don't even know. But you know,
fans' reaction.
Asuka winning the title and Bianca Belair, you know, having one of the longest reigning streaks, and
the thing that sucks is you know they're gonna fight again.
Say what's up, man.
Yeah,
they're gonna fight at Night of Champions. You already know it because it was the you know what was annoying too? This was annoying too to me. She's on the fucking floor. Oh my eyes! And she literally had nothing in her eye. She was clear.
I think it's did she try to spit the mist or something?
No, she spit it. She tried to spit the mist and then she missed. But then when she went over to like the
Lord, she oversold it.
Hands. She spit it on her hands. So when she picked her up and when Bianca went for her finisher, she put her fingers in her eyes.
Yeah.
And,
okay, because she had it she had it last time. Okay.
Yeah.
Asuka put it on her hands, and then when she was up,
that was the best promo Bianca has done in a long ass time.
Oh man, I mean, it is what it is. I liked it for the pop. I liked it for the. I don't even want Asuka to be champion. It is what it is. You know. It is
She done
for
something
me.
wrong.
I
If
mean,
she's
do you guys agree? Like, or do y'all think that? Are you guys like happy with it, or
Actually, I'm happy with it
time
because
for a change.
it's time for a
Oscar's one
change.
of the top
that's it?
one.
That's how I feel.
Bianca was one of them. Roman Reigns is the next. I'm always curious what's next. Okay, we seen this historic championship reign
I love
with
Dre. I just
Bianca,
love the fact he's
and
talking negative
and
about Bianca forever. Because I remember when we
I
started
mean,
this shit,
I mean,
bro would not
Bianca,
hush about
Bianca,
Bianca for a minute.
no, Bianca's my girl. Bianca's my girl. But that's one thing that always kept me as a diehard fan about WWE. That drama of what's next. So
Yeah.
now she's not champion no more. What's next?
Time to
You know,
chase. Yep.
I love
Listen,
her. You
her
know,
fighting Oscar again. That's unfortunately. He's definitely gonna fight her again. They're
I
gonna have
say
that
make
long
her
ass.
have her transition. She's going to start having a losing streak. Make it seem like she's just at a very bad low and let her just go batshit crazy. I'm telling y'all, she is more a better bad guy than she was as a
Bro,
babyface.
I've been
it,
saying that
it's
shit. I say that
rumors.
shit
It's
every
rumors
fucking
that
time.
Put
it's
her
rumors
and
that she's
Ted
gonna
together?
join.
Come
Yeah.
on, man.
Is rumors that
Even
she
with the
and the
Street
Street
Profits.
Profits, will turn
Make
heel.
them a bad group and just let them go ham because Hit Row has died out. I don't even know what the hell to think with them anymore. Put Street Profits and Bianca Belair. I'm telling you right now, you will have a whole transition with that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Change their
I've
whole
said that
giddy
shit a
up,
long
make them
time ago.
dress in like suits or something like that. Make them
Yo,
look
Warren, stop repeating
just
my
way
shit, bro.
better. No,
Yeah,
I've
yo,
been saying that
Warren will
forever. I've
literally,
said that.
yeah, right. Get the fuck out of here. Warren will literally take the shit that you said and act like he said it. I'm
No,
fucking
I've
big
said
saying
numerous
that.
times. No, you remember
Get
you
out of
agreed with me
here,
because I said no.
bro.
I said I wanted
I'm
Montez
playing a
and
tape.
Bianca to go as a bad guy heel standpoint. I didn't say
Hell
the group
yeah.
thing,
Nah,
but
bro.
I'm
I
saying
said
like
the same
make
shit
a whole transition for
with the
them. It
suits
makes
and
a
everything.
whole
I've been saying
flavor.
this shit forever. I know, bro. I said that shit 1,000
Oh, the only reason why I said just that because I watched him on a recent interview and I was just like Montez would be a great freaking heel with a suit or something like that. That's the only reason why I consider that. But yeah, you have said that. I will give you that.
I definitely have said. I've said it about multiple people. But listen, the thing is, like y'all said, change is definitely great, but we can't just go around and everybody having no, like you said, Warren, like having the title change every 5 minutes, a million fucking wrestling shows on. But at the same time, you have to establish these stories. The same thing we're facing. I feel like I'm not the god of this shit, but when you have such reigns like Roman's and even like Bianca's, man, she's been held in that title since last WrestleMania. You can't just continue a longevity story and just be on some, oh yeah, well it's over now. Like like it would be like watching a movie and then you just shoot the bad guy in the head. Oh yeah, let's all go home. It's all done now. It would be no climax. There'd be no conclusion. So that's why it's like Bianca, her character's stale. There's no doubt about it. Even people who love the girl, like you're saying, even with Dre on the show right now, they're kind of like, all right, man, what's next though?
Mhm.
And you have the Street Profits, literally Montez Ford, one of the most talented guys in the roster, sitting in the damn audience. LA Knight sitting in the audience. And I'm sitting here looking at this. I'm like, why are these guys not having more going on? Like, you have these title defense guys. Mustafa Ali's fighting for the Intercontinental, another guy who's dominant, reigning. I would love to see some changes with some of these people that would really establish them, yo. They need establishment. The Street Profits, they're a great team. It's fun with the red cups and shit. But obviously, at some
Oh, it
point, you
needs to
have
be
to
a thing.
switch, man. You got to switch. It's fun with Bianca twisting the hair and shit. Just imagine
And
what
to
it
me,
would be like if
possibly,
she ripped that shit off and was like, man, fuck all this game. Like, just the
Her
change
hair ain't even that
alone,
long.
bro. Just the change
I,
alone is
I thought
is
they
is
was going to
enough.
split the Street Profits up in the draft or so,
Yeah,
something
so did
different
I.
or whatever. But
I was so mad about that.
so hey,
If they stay together and just turn heel, I mean,
hey,
I
No,
wouldn't
the
be out
only
for
thing
that
I was
too.
mad about the draft is, bruh, split some of the tag teams up. You don't draft a team into the roster. That part really upsetted me on that. Like
mm,
that would have been the coolest shakeup part. They're like, all right, Gable just got separated from Otis. Something make it a cool little transition out of it. And they were like, all right, so we draft just the full tag team, and
I
that's
like that
considered
they
one
drafted the
group.
OC. I thought that was it
Oh yeah,
because we
yeah.
forgot about OC. It was some. I mean, I don't know what's wrong or right, but it's just like I think everything we can kind of say together is you just. I think we've had things stay the same for so long. At this point, I think people
Hmm.
just want difference, yo. That's the
yeah.
biggest change.
Okay. Another matchup. We had Trish Stratus taking on
Baby.
Yeah, I love
Becky
Trish, man.
Lynch.
I
Yes,
love
man. Trish,
Only
Trish.
woman I know, even fully clothed, I still be like, oh my goodness.
She is so sexy, man.
yeah, beautiful, 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 man. Awesome matchup,
Becky
cool
looking like
matchup.
Kill Bill.
Yeah, I thought Bruce Lee. I was like, what's
Is
it
it
called?
Bruce Lee?
Which one was it? What the hell was it? Bruce Lee fought Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, not Fist of Fury. I can't remember.
Enter
Damn.
the Dragon, I think.
No, Enter the Dragon was that was a classic. That wasn't that one. I forgot what the hell it was called. Damn, there's somebody in the comments ain't saying something on this right now. He fought Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. That was the red jumper he wore. And the
Oh,
yellow
snap.
black stripe. Yeah. And I'm a kung fu guy too. It's gonna fuck with me until I remember it.
Mm.
Shout out to Zoe.
Yo, this was an
Yeah.
awesome match though. Yeah, but Zoe Starks, aligning herself with Trish Stratus. I think this is awesome. Actually, they featuring Zoe Starks to be one of the next.
Game of Death.
There you go.
Shout out to MBDX WWE 18.
There you go.
Zoe Starks.
Bro, I'm getting
In the
Beth Phoenix
shadow
vibes with
of
her.
Trish Stratus, though, I definitely dig it though. With all the women actually having their role play out, with Rhea Ripley doing her thing,
Mm.
and Bianca, you got Oscar, all these different other women in the women's division, and now we got Zoe Starks, who's on Monday Night Raw and is lining
Hmm.
herself up with an
Yeah.
Hall of Famer with Trish Stratus. What do you
The
guys'
Yeah.
thoughts
GOAT.
on this? And
I think that's
also
I think that's
the
incredible.
match.
I think that's incredible. I think
Sexy as
that
hell and still can move at the
I,
age that she is. GOAT.
I think that literally is what we were kind of just talking about with the other things, like, as
Like
far as like the
Gully.
establishment, when it comes to like, Montez, when it comes to Bianca, when it comes to these people, they're doing it right and having Zoe Stark. They had that package for her on Raw last week.
Yeah.
And then putting her in this position with two legends at this point. Becky's a
Yep.
legend. There's no doubt she's gonna be a legend, and Trish already is a Hall of Famer. So it's making her important just by association, and that's what's important. So it's going to build her name, just around relevance that's going on. The match was good. I thought the match was really good. Becky got busted up. Y'all saw her face at the end. Becky got busted up, yo. She be going hard.
Yeah. She did get busted up. I saw her face at the end though.
Yeah,
But Trish
she was
Stratus was
bloody.
getting
Becky's got to slow down. That's just the only thing I've noticed, bro. Even if you like when Trish was doing the spot where they were doing in the corner where she was flipping her legs up, Becky was already almost about to fling over before the legs were touching. Like those are the only things I noticed. But I mean, Becky is a household name. That's just point given. And Trish is still going hard, like I said, at the age that she is, and it doesn't look like she's missed a skip really at all. I mean, the match was very good. I thought, storytelling wise, they did
Yeah,
did
I thought it was
detailed
good.
standpoint. Trish, I've always said she works better as a heel, way better as a heel than she does a face, because you don't have to do much as a heel. You're just literally just whatever it takes to win. Becky Lynch, the man character is not a babyface character to me. That's the only thing I've noticed that with this.
Isn't that you said that twice now? But isn't the fact that like the babyface character, isn't that what makes it boring though? Like Cody Rhodes
Yes.
is like a babyface character, but I think that's why I'm kind of bored with it, because I like the characters who are like they're a babyface, but they don't act like Stone Cold is the prime example. He was probably one of the biggest baby faces of all time, but he was never a crowd. You know what I'm saying? No, The Rock was not over Stone Cold, bro. He wasn't. We got here we go. Here's the proof. When The Rock fought Hulk Hogan, the fans turned on his ass. When Stone
Toronto's
Cold went to
crooked.
the Alliance and went with Vince,
Toronto booed Stone Cold out, if you don't remember. Nobody talks about that. Toronto booed Stone Cold out when he was facing the NWO.
Did he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He
He
fought
took
Scott
a-
Hall.
Yeah, when he fought Scott Hall.
He was.
But
They were
Yeah.
booing?
They were booing both of them.
I'll have to go back and check that out.
Mhm.
They're like legends over there. I didn't know that. I didn't pay attention to that. I know they was born
Yeah.
to rock, man.
Shout out
They
to
was born
Miles
to rock
T.
that night.
Goldie. Yes, sir. That man said the rock.
As much as Stone Cold
Yo.
Steve Austin was the man, I prefer. Oh, he prefers the Rock. I feel you. I love the Rock. That's
And
the Rock.
Yeah,
I
I
One of
will
my
prefer
agree
The
to
boys,
Rock
that
man.
too.
over
Now,
Stone Cold.
I will tell you now, and just because obviously me and Dre rock fans, we're gonna say Rock of Austin, but yes,
Steve
majority
Austin, yeah.
everyone rock Austin.
Oh yeah,
I mean, it's whatever. But
yeah,
like how we just said, you solidify your name and stuff like that. And I
yeah.
think Trish coming into this whole scenario, it made Becky even better because
Oh
now
yeah,
Becky
for
can
sure.
have this under her logistics of all her achievements. It's not
Yeah,
just you only could dance with Charlotte. Oh, you could only dance with Bianca. Or when Sasha would come back once in a blue moon, you could dance with her. Like
yeah,
she got to go against Trish Stratus and have a
yeah.
legitimate match, not a basic Raw. Be like roll around the referee type, pull your hair, whatever, and then boom, finish. Like it was a legit match in Saudi Arabia, which I will be saying this a lot now. Is I'm very impressed that Saudi is now agreeing to have so many women participate in
Yeah, I realized
overseas
Oh
that it
yeah,
was
matches
three.
now.
Yeah, it
for
was. I
sure.
realized that it was three women's wrestling, three women wrestling matches on the card.
That's a
Yeah,
So
big deal.
yeah, really big deal. Speaking of more women wrestling
Christian a
matches on the
onesie, my
card,
God.
Trish looked amazing. That match was amazing. Also, shout
All
out to my
pass, I'm
guy.
telling y'all.
Shout out to my guy, my gully. Appreciate you for stopping through. Another
yeah.
women's matchup. I didn't. Man, it was real short though. But the SmackDown Women's Championship
Perfect,
matchup
Oh, you knew it.
with Rhea
perfect.
Ripley taking on Natalia. Though you said it
Yeah,
was perfect.
I feel like that was
It's not
exact.
over.
I didn't think that they would do it. That was the smartest thing that they possibly could have did. I think Natalia should be there just to put talent over, and I feel like she had completely allowed
I think she'll get one
Rhea
more.
to. Why would she though? I mean, if she does, she does.
Bro.
But I think that her just completely dominating Natty just
Yeah.
solidified what we already know. Rhea is
Yeah,
it, bro. Rhea is it
yeah.
right now,
I didn't even understand why this matchup was happening, but I
for
get it
real.
though. It was Night of Champions though. The United States and the main World Heavyweight title was the only two titles wouldn't defend it. But
Yeah,
yeah, Rhea Ripley, she's dominant. I didn't really see why she was facing Natalia. I guess something just to have her do. Shout out to Natalia though for
something to
always
do.
putting someone over, really
Natty is
showing.
the one.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
she's definitely a legend, a legend. But
yes.
I mean, come on, did we take it seriously? We didn't even we were just establishing. We don't even know why the hell was happening. I think it was perfect just to have Rhea look dominant. There's not anybody really going for Rhea right now. On SmackDown, I mean, I can't even think. I can't even think who's next to really step up for the
Bianca.
SmackDown Championship. Oh
Bianca. I guarantee
no,
that's what they're going with.
yeah, but she's on SmackDown.
They're both on SmackDown, ain't they?
Yeah, Bianca's on SmackDown. Rhea's
She's
on
on SmackDown as
Raw.
well. No,
Judgment
Rhea's
Yeah,
on
she got no,
SmackDown.
but she got the SmackDown title though.
Title. Yeah,
She's
she's
on
on
Raw.
Raw though.
Yeah, but it's all
But Judgment Day's on
confusing
Raw.
and
That's
yeah,
why. See, we're even confused.
it's all
It's dumb.
confusing.
I don't think they got the title situation figured out, man. I think they still figuring it out.
I
I
didn't
do think
understand why they didn't just change the titles. Okay,
just
Bianca,
swap
you
them.
got
Yeah,
the SmackDown. Don't be acknowledging you're the Raw champion when you're on SmackDown. Like,
because I guess something to be honest, there was some real story. The only story that went on was Natty helping Dana Brooke, and that it was no story, bro. That was set up to be a squash, I believe, and it was the right decision. I don't think there'd be even if Natty and Rhea had a decent match. What would it have established that she could beat Natty? Natty's a legend. She's done. Like to be
I
honest, like
mean,
if we never
if
saw
they
her
need a
wrestle
good
again
match, Natty's your number one pick. Honestly, to have a good match with somebody or
for a
make them
title
like how
run,
you just said,
Yeah,
like how you just said to enhance them and make
Nat-
them solidify themselves. Natty's that one.
Natty is the Dolph Ziggler of the women's division.
I agree.
Someone you can get in there with that can put you over, you can bump with, and that
Natty's
can
bumping
put you
every
over.
day. She has her own
Yeah,
training school and trains many kids
Yeah.
in Tampa.
No hate
yeah,
to Natty. Natty's
yeah.
definitely
No,
a
no hate
legend,
to
bro.
Natty, no
At
hate to
all. A
Natty, and no
legend.
hate to Dolph Ziggler neither. Though
Hart
they're really
family.
pretty
Yeah.
great.
Oh
Look at
yeah.
Day House. I don't
Oh,
think she mad either. They got an indoor waterfall. My God.
I've shit. You want to know something? I've heard from people that know her that she is a little mad and she still wants to be that top chick. I've
Oh
heard
yeah.
it.
I mean, you gotta think any Hart family guy,
Oh yeah,
they take this stuff so seriously.
that's the words of
Like,
Kenny Bolin, guys. If you guys want to know where my source is, Kenny Bolin,
oh, he
John
ain't
Cena's
lying.
old manager. Oh shit, oh shit. Yeah, but literally, that he said it.
I
This
mean,
one told me.
oh, he ain't lying. He ain't lying. But I
So
mean, looking at her house and stuff, I mean, you getting to travel all over the place. Did anybody know that Natty is the only woman competitor that has always competed at a Saudi Arabia show?
no, I didn't know that. I know she
She was
has.
the very first one.
Her and Lacey Evans, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
And every Saudi Arabia show that a woman's match has had, she's been in one.
I know that Bianca and Bailey, was it Last Man Standing or I Quit match or whatever they
Yep.
had? That was one of the best Saudi Arabia matches that I ever saw. That match was incredible with the golf cart, and they was on the golf. They was kicking each other's ass. That shit was
Yeah.
good. That was a good match.
Yeah, dope matchup, man.
Yes,
Dope
sir.
matchup. Another matchup we had the Night
Damn,
of
Dom.
Champions. Our last matchup to review is Brock Lesnar
Oh,
versus Cody
Oh
Rhodes.
shit. Oh shit.
I gotta give you guys
Where y'all
opinions,
at?
man.
Where y'all
question
at?
is, the question is, and I'm very glad what happened, and you could go back and tell what I'm saying. Cody is going through his own version of hard times.
Yeah.
Today, he worked the match like his damn daddy. When Dusty had a cast after Ric Flair and them broke his arm in a steel cage, it was an NWA show. This is exactly the vibes I got with him and Brock Lesnar.
Hmm.
Using the cast and stuff was so freaking organic and standpoint. Like, fans were invested back and forth, and Brock, no one can say that Brock doesn't work a match because Brock literally worked the whole match. It
Brock
wasn't
is
just
a beast,
suplex,
yo.
suplex, suplex. It was like, whatever. But
No.
I'll tell you this, man. I was really impressed with the match. Cody looked very strong in it. Cody looked like he was in that I won't give up attitude. And for
Mhm.
them to show that he didn't tap out or anything, we know they're going again. Um,
There'll be a fucking story behind it next time. I'm telling you right
it's
now.
going to be, I think their feud's going to end at Money in the
Y'all
Bank.
can only say this
And
guy
and
life
with
1,000 times.
I believe Triple H is going to play some role in
I
this
hope,
because
Oh,
man.
it's already
what happened at
starting.
the
It's
end
already
of
starting.
Monday Night Raw. I
Yeah.
told you, man. I told you not to go. And Cody Rhodes is going to have this, like, I don't know what it's
That
going to be.
old
And
Daniel
Triple H,
Bryan and Stole.
yeah,
Yep.
yeah, and Triple H is going to become that guy, to play that heel, manager, type of, role. But
If they
I
start,
feel like
if they smart, they won't do on some bullshit and some goofy shit. They will literally play it like, yo, listen,
That Alliance story
I
was one of
bet
the
you
best
wish,
stories for a while.
I
I'm just
bet
going to
you
say.
wish, I bet you wish you didn't break my chair, don't you? And let's have it like,
Yep.
don't you see who we got right? And then Brock Lesnar be right there and laughing, and Triple H should be on. I'm telling you right now, I can't see a
That would have
better
been Orton
story.
if Orton never got hurt. I think they would already been more invested into that story because how close
That would have been a good
Orton
story.
and Cody would have been.
Oh yeah,
And that's something that I think that's where we're also getting revealed now that Orton might be getting in a transition because that should be the next person that Cody even has to even
I don't think
go
Orton
around.
wrestling. I don't think Orton going to wrestle anymore, bro. I think he's
No, he
done.
won't wrestle as much, but I'm saying like he could be a hell of a manager, like a
Oh,
heel manager to somebody. Like I mean, think of it this way: how many guys have done that and literally could still do stuff, but not fully have to be in the ring? MVP, great example.
yeah,
Like
yeah. But Randy Orton's a different caliber. I don't know. I don't know if he would ever go for that.
it
But
would
I mean, it
still
would be
work for
cool.
him
It
as
would be
his
cool.
character.
But
It would still
yeah,
work. That could be a story like, hey man, I'll be on Cody's side standpoint. Then all of a sudden, boom, turn on him. I'm
yeah.
tired of you
I
losing.
think that would be great. Yeah, I think that would be wonderful if Cody and Randy did have a chance. But I mean, what do you think, Dre? We talking a lot about this shit. I love this shit, bro. I do this shit
hey,
all fucking day.
I feel
I
like
love
this
it.
is Cody Rhodes' hard time story. Everything about it, from him, when he came back at the Royal Rumble, he, had these promos, and just about everybody was mentioning his
Strange.
father, whether it was Roman Reigns, whether it was Paul
Well, in a
Heyman,
little bit.
or anything like that,
6.
and he
You can
lose
see
at
us on TV in a minute.
WrestleMania.
Oh,
He lose at WrestleMania, and then
you want to see us on
Brock
TV?
Lesnar turns on him and stuff at Backlash, and everything the way it's going. Even though he wins by the skin of his teeth at Backlash, he gets his arm
Mm-hmm.
broken and all these everything he's with him with Brock Lesnar right now. You can tell is this hard time story in
Hey,
which he's
Cody
taking his
worked that
turn down
arm good
and
tonight. I will say when he did the Cody
building his way
cutter
back
on
up.
on the right and shifted, I thought that was the best thing that they done. Like literally, Cody worked that arm to make it believable. Like, hey, he broke my shit. Like it didn't look like how y'all just said with Bianca. Like she missed and then she spit on her hands and was just sitting there trying to sell all that. Like it looked believable in standpoint. Like the entire match. Cody was trying to say, okay, I can't fully hit a crossroads because my left arm. Because I remember the commentary was so good with this match because they sat there and said, well, Cody's right-handed. Why does it matter if his left hand's affected? You saw he was using his left hand to hold Brock down for the crossroads. So when he landed on it, it made it seem like, oh man, my arm, I can't fully pin him. Like it's just these little detailed things. And I mean, it was a good storytelling aspect. Like, I mean, that hard time story is starting to come. And obviously, you saw the ending exactly that same face that we saw at WrestleMania. Cody is starting to go, I was doing well. What's happening?
No, you know what
What am
happened?
I doing
Hey,
wrong?
let me
Like,
tell you what happened. Fucking y'all gassing that man up, bro.
Yeah. That's another thing. I feel like
Fucking trying to
with
say, I said it a
Cody
million
Rhodes,
times.
Cody
Y'all
Rhodes.
gassing.
damn, bro.
Hey, Dre,
He's
I
still
hold
think
that
up, bro.
baby
I
face.
think
Hold up,
I
Dre.
He's
think the
still the
best.
top
Hold up.
guy.
Y'all
I think the
gassing
best.
that man up, and I'm sitting back like, holy shit. Well, where the fucking fire at? And Brock, my man Brock came in like, well, first Roman came in and was like, yeah, nigga, please. And then Brock, I was shocked. I was shocked that Brock won. I was fucking shocked. I was like, he crossroad, holding it, broke fucking arm, everything. He did his shit. As soon as I saw the cast and then the fucking the announce team, oh, it's titanium, the fucking Wolverine and shit. We're gonna beat Brock now. He's got a weapon in the ring. That was the heel move. Remember the fucking broke arm was the heel. The Big Show, all of them was the heel move with the cast. And then Cody had it. This motherfucker still lost, bro. Y'all been talking about Dusty Rhodes and listen, bro. That's Cody Rhodes. He ain't did shit yet to establish himself to be important. I'm sorry, bro. Not in WWE. Not in WWE. I don't fuck what nobody say. He was Legacy back in the day. I even went back and watched the formation of Legacy. I watched when he was with Damian Sandow. I watched when he had the mustache. I'm trying to investigate. Why the fuck I care about this guy so much? Why? I'm trying to say, bro, you can't keep feeding me shit and then just say, well, you should believe in him because he goes, whoa, no. He ain't did it yet, bro. Have Triple H be the reason like I'm holding you down. And I'm like, that's why this motherfucker ain't doing shit. Because Brock just kicked his ass. He ain't did shit, yo. Oh, my back is broke. I'm fucking still fight though. Oh, my arm broke. I'm still gonna fight. Listen, bro, all I see is you getting injured every 5 minutes. And then when you come back, you just get given shit, and then I'm supposed to believe you the best? Come on, bro. My man Roman holds up, held that fucking 2 belts, nigga. He had leukemia, everything. He fucking still there, holding titles and shit. Family problems. Come on, bro. Hey, yo.
I like the rap, man.
Dream. You try to sell the dream more than fucking Dusty, Cody, all of them. I'm just saying.
Hey, I dig the I dig the rap, man.
Y'all hate me having other motherfuckers.
Hey, Cody Rhodes, you can definitely Cody Rhodes is that guy when a lot of people feel so many type of ways about him, man. For real.
I like
But
heel
hey,
Cody. I like Bullet Club Cody. Bring me that shit. Suit wearing. Fuck y'all. That's all Cody I want to see. Fuck all this. What do you want to talk about? You losing every 5 minutes, motherfucker. That's all I'm talking about. You injured every 5 minutes. I'm saying, bring me some real shit, man. Bring me some real shit.
Hey, Cody
Going
Rhodes,
up against
man.
Roman. Come on, man. He ain't ready for the one.
Hey, he gotta get there. Look at I see it as he's having his hard times, because he haven't got to the championship yet.
He
That's
gonna
the
be
main
he gonna
thing.
be he gonna be
That's the
sad
main thing.
Corbin. He gonna be sad Corbin soon.
That's
He
the
gonna be
main
sad
thing.
Corbin soon.
He said when he came back, he said, "You know what? I'm trying to win the
Warren hate
WWE
me right now.
championship," and and my dad, my dad didn't win it, so I gotta win it.
You
And
sound like a
everything is
drama,
just,
bro.
Look at my face. What did you just
hey,
say?
He gonna be sad
Sad
Corbin soon,
Corbin?
bro. I'm
Oh, you
telling
stop
you.
that.
yeah, he
You
gonna be
stop
sad
that right
Corbin.
now.
Fuck
You
you
stop
talking
that
about?
right now. You stop that.
You know another
You
thing. While we're on
stop
the
that.
topic, while we're on the topic, let me
The
say, let me say this.
main reason I guarantee why a lot of people like Brian and them are probably not behind Cody is because Cody is the true on what we
He
call
gonna he gonna tell me.
basic
He gonna tell
baby
me.
face.
He
It's the
ain't basic
baby face
babyface, bro.
standpoint.
He ain't doing enough. They what?
Nobody is
He's
liking
what
anybody
he's what
as an
Roman Reigns
adult.
was.
As an
Listen, he's
adult,
what
you
Roman
don't care
Reigns
for
was.
baby faces anymore. That's really
Listen,
what it is.
Warren.
As an adult,
Listen, Warren. He's what Roman Reigns was when WWE was trying to shove Roman Reigns
no,
down our
not
throat.
even close.
He
Not
is.
even close.
He is. They trying to make you care
Roman
about it.
didn't
People
even get
like him. People
reactions.
like him. Yeah, people like
Roman
him.
never got reactions.
People like him,
Never
bro.
got reactions.
But that's what he is right now. He ain't winning. He ain't doing shit. He telling the
Cody didn't
story.
have to say, "Hey, I have leukemia," just to get just even a pop.
I
Cody
mean,
is coming in a very organic standpoint. Hey, I prove, and this is the only thing that everybody's got to understand with the adversity when they talk about the adversity standpoint is Cody proved that he could be from a mid card guy to main event or WrestleMania. That is what the adversity was. It wasn't him just winning the title. It was him proving that hey, I could be from the painted face to being maybe a next John Cena, maybe that next big draw that can draw money, make you sell tickets, sell T-shirts, and all that stuff. Tell me if I'm lying, because look at every show that he's been on.
you're not lying, but you're. I think you're
Death is
overhyping.
over right now because of his
Overhyping.
entrance song. That is the
That's
reason
not
why
the only
Seth
reason,
is
bro.
over.
That's not the only reason. Come
Really?
on, be real. No, hell no.
I
His
have
character.
been to shows
His whole
when
character.
Seth is there.
That doesn't
If you
because
see
his
his
song,
matches,
that's
if
it.
you see his matches, is there one move that
Phenomenal.
literally
It's
everybody's
phenomenal.
like going like this when they get ready for his match?
Bro,
There's
his song is
not.
a part of his character, bro. Like he sold the
That's what
character.
I'm saying,
He
though.
literally comes out
That's the
like
only
the
reason why
Joker.
he's even considered as a good guy right now. It's because of his entrance.
But so what, man? You're trying to make mad excuses for it. Like, but
I'm
the
not
thing is,
making
he's
excuses.
over.
I'm just
He's
saying
over,
logic
though.
stuff.
No, it's not logic because he's over. Like you're trying to
Okay.
nitpick about why he's over, and I'm telling you reasons why I don't feel like Cody Rhodes is really doing anything to be of relevance or importance in a situation where you need to be of importance, yo. In a, he hasn't established himself at all. I've said this shit a million times since Cody Rhodes first came, since he was number 30 at Royal Rumble. He's not ready to take that position. Its relevance needs to be in WWE right now because of these storylines. Everybody's held titles for years and years at this point. And you think that somebody just coming in trying to say, hey, I got a story to finish is going to be, oh yeah, well, we're all going to take him seriously. Sami Zayn's more over than Cody Rhodes right now. Straight honest. Come on, bro. Don't lie. Did you hear that pop for Sammy?
Hell no.
We even need to do shit.
And one blue moon?
Bro, come on.
Where's his pop been for the ever since WrestleMania? It's been died down so bad.
He was an underdog. Like your story for what you want me to believe for Cody was what happened with Sammy. He was an underdog, and people realized his greatness when he was with the Bloodline. And then after that, his greatness was so hot, he could have main evented WrestleMania. And I'm telling you right now, he could have beat Sammy. Could have beat Roman at Mania, and
would it been as an effect? Would it be as a big an effect as obviously how they're going to draw this out to be at the end? Would it be that big of an effect?
It's a great story, but I'm just saying, if it did happen, you can't tell me as hot as Sammy was with all the stuff that was going on in that situation. If they would have made Sami Zayn beat Roman Reigns after all of that shit that he put him through, you telling me that crowd wouldn't have been 1,000% behind that, 1,000 days % behind that shit. Even if it would
have died out, like how we're talking about Bianca Belair, it would have died out.
Even if it would have died out, though, bro. Even if it would have died out, that pop at that time would still have been fucking extravagant. But
if it was in his hometown, yeah. If it was in his hometown, absolutely.
You're playing it, bro. You gotta be real.
Yeah.
If it was in his hometown, yes.
It would have been incredible.
That's where it was.
It could have been in my house, and it would have been fucking crazy.
No,
It
I
wouldn't have
think
been. That didn't make a difference.
the way Sami Zayn his build up and which led to him turning on Roman Reigns. I don't believe wherever Elimination Chamber was at, I think Montreal just added the boost on it. But
For real.
wherever
For
it was
real.
at, I think everyone was behind Roman Reigns because they couldn't
Hell, if we're
wait
gonna do this, just
for.
put Bad Bunny against Roman Reigns in Puerto Rico and let that happen. I guess.
Well, then I definitely wouldn't want him to win that, but
Yeah,
that
I
would be
wouldn't
fun to
want him to.
see.
I mean, it'd be fun to see, but I definitely wouldn't want him to win that. But
Nah,
like I said, Sami Zayn did get over. I don't believe it. If it was in Chicago, I think the matchup would have been, great. The pop would have been great. It's just the
yeah,
fact that it was in Montreal, though.
it was
But yeah,
huge.
Night of Champions was awesome. Everything about it was awesome. Before we wrap it up on out of here, I know Warren always, man, got a lot of AEW beef when it comes to
Shoulder.
AEW. But we got a Double or Nothing coming up tomorrow night. Warren, any matches you looking forward to? It? Any predictions?
Here's my reaction.
Just bounced out.
Just bounced out, man.
I mean, let them deliver. Yeah, I think Punk's probably coming back.
Tony Storm.
Tony Storm in them. I mean, they got some good deliverance. Obviously, I think Orange Cassidy is losing
Jay
his
Lethal.
title from the Battle Royal. Christian Cage versus Wardlow. I think this would be a good match for Wardlow to get him out. Obviously, as much as I don't give a damn about the Young Bucks, I think the Elite's probably going to beat Blackpool Combat Club. Was that the trio title match?
Yeah,
The Four Pillars match, I honestly believe MJF's winning. I honestly believe it because none of those three guys, other than Darby Allin, plays terrible on the mic. None of those three guys have made me believe that they're main eventers yet.
Listen, I could just look at this shit and look at none of them look like main eventers.
If you look at all three of them, it looks like three little kids basically playing against a bully.
It really does. I don't even watch AEW.
I'm not trying to be mean. If anybody wants to sit here and say, "Oh, Warren, you're just saying it because of AEW," I'm saying logic facts. Like literally, it's just crazy. I mean, just looking at MJF and stuff, like you need to get a big round standpoint with it, and the build to it was just not what it needed to be. And I told Blackheart, Dre's heard me numerous times. I said their promos really made them make their character more weaker than what they were to begin with, and that's something that I really thought they needed. They really needed to show if they wanted to get that story building standpoint. That promo was that way to prove it, and they didn't do it for me.
Yeah. It's a lot of AEW, not
Trios title match I think will be good though.
Yeah, it should be, fine. Double or Nothing. I'm really looking forward to NXT Battleground with a bunch of different matches.
Oh boy, you gonna get us in trouble now. You making us sound like pro WWE. Look at this. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
I love WWE. I keep up with AEW a little bit, but I don't really. I mean, it's cool.
Like 9 different shows.
That's what it is.
Yeah, and then they got the new show coming out June 17th with
Collision.
Yeah,
right?
Collision. There's supposed to be, I guess, CM Punk show or whatnot, or at least everyone who don't want to work with.
Don't say that. You know it ain't no I guess. Tony is like this. Yeah, I need my money.
Oh, real quick before we wrap it up out here, I think Tony Khan spoke on one thing that I was interesting. I want to get you guys' thoughts on.
Was he on crack?
I don't even know, but possibly SmackDown adding a third hour and Monday Night Raw being moved off the Monday nights, and Monday Night Raw is Monday night. Yeah, Monday Night Raw is Monday Night Raw. Like if you move Raw Monday night, I don't know. But the third hour to SmackDown, I can see that happening because SmackDown is the new Monday Night Raw, right?
I wouldn't hate it. I know a lot of people don't like the third hour. I love it.
I love it. I promise you.
Most of the wrestling fans are just going to say the same thing. But think of this: if AEW went to 3 hours, you're like, "Oh yeah, this is the greatest show ever!" Like, come on, man. Like, do the same vibe as what y'all doing with everybody else.
I wouldn't say that just because they were 3 hours. I would say that if it was good.
I am ready.
I mean, I would say just because it's more wrestling to watch.
Yeah,
That's what I
I
like it.
I remember it was 2012, the week
Right.
before they went the 1,000 episode, and they were going 3 hours. I remember every
You
time they
want
did
a
the
different
special
shirt?
3 hour
Kind of cold
episodes.
up.
I loved it. I was a big fan. Everyone hated the
Yeah.
3 hour aspect of it, but it was more wrestling for me because I felt like the 9 to 11 went by pew, super
You talking
fast.
about Nitro?
Especially no. Monday Night Raw. Monday Night Raw was
Yeah.
2 hours, and
Yeah.
the week after they made it three
I'm
hours.
waiting
And
on
I
you.
remember
But
a lot of
remember,
people.
my bad, Drake. But
No,
remember,
no, go
Right
ahead.
here.
WCW Nitro was the
Yeah, I heard.
originator of that 3 hour
Yeah,
shit.
I
Yeah, they
heard.
were 3 hours, and then Thunder was on Thursday nights, and they were 2 hours. So it's similar to what they're doing now. But I think, like you said, they changed during the 1,000 episode. When they
Wait
first
on
did it.
me.
Ooh. But yeah, but when they first did that was around that time. But with so much talent and so many people on the roster, it does open up possibility to have more storyline engagement and more ratings, everything. I think, even though, yeah, you kind of do get tired, but I'm saying if you're a fan and you're interested in watching it, you're gonna watch shit. Just like you're gonna watch a 3 hour Avenger movie or Batman. It's just, if you're a fan, you're gonna watch shit.
Yeah,
Exactly. That's the same thing like when we were talking about the damn Fast and the Furious. You've watched all of them, you might as well just finish it off.
Yeah, true. Very true.
yeah. I'm a huge fan. More so sitting there watching the whole 3 hours. I come in more so in the delay, and I just fast forward throughout the commercial break. So
Mm.
3 hours. It never really
He
phased
said
me.
fast forward the curtain breaks all
Yeah,
over.
I just fast forward, throughout the commercial break. So
Uh-huh.
3 hour, it being 3 hours was never a problem for me. So
Yeah,
it's all cool,
I don't
man.
mind it. I don't mind. I've been watching 3 hours wrestling my whole life. I was watching Nitro. I was switching over fucking to Raw, and then it just got to a point where I was like, man, fuck Nitro. I'm watching Raw, and that's what I've been watching. Shit, I've been watching wrestling forever, so I'll watch it forever. But
Hey, man.
it is what it
Hey,
is.
yeah, this has
It is
been a
what it
dope
is.
show, man. Night of Champions, AEW tomorrow, NXT, just a whole bunch of wrestling going down. This weekend, this past
Isn't
weekend, and this past week, which
isn't
was a
what the fuck is the other one? Uh uh Under Siege. What's it called? Isn't that on this week
Impact.
too?
Impact.
Impact.
I believe if it had to been either Friday or it
Okay.
could have been Saturday. I'm not quite
Yeah, I thought
sure.
somebody said that was on tonight too. I know it's like a big weekend of wrestling.
Yeah, really big weekend of wrestling, man. Just a
It's
lot
like
of stuff.
5 shows in one freaking day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What y'all think about real quick, Naomi going over there? You think she's gonna establish herself over there?
You
I'm gonna
need
give you my.
something.
I want to say one thing real fast though. This is my honest opinion though. Honest
This is
opinion.
moment of truth right here.
I love Naomi. Been watching Naomi ever since she came into WWE. I remember she was a part of that season 2 NXT All Women's Jump. And I
Yeah.
remember I was at a Baltimore
Yep.
show. She had won, and I was like, "Yo, man, I like her." She was like the only like black women's wrestler who was like, really
Dre
getting
like
up
her
there and
booty.
doing something. And
Yeah.
of course that too. Yeah, I
Oh,
mean, I ain't gonna lie. I
He
mean,
said,
Naomi's
of course,
beautiful.
that too.
but throughout
Beautiful.
throughout throughout her career and what she had accomplished in WWE, it was great. I feel the same way about Naomi or Trinity going over to Impact, the same way I do about Mercedes going to New
New
Japan Pro
Japan.
Wrestling.
Hmm.
I
Yes,
feel you. I
I
feel
feel
you.
I feel the same way.
Oh,
I feel
Mercedes
like
going to Impact.
I feel like real fast. I feel like if she does, or I just feel like now that she's out, and I know a lot of people who who watches all the other wrestling promotions who are big diehard New Japan Pro Wrestling, and they watch all the independent stuff, and they was like, "Dog, you just in the WWE bubble. Like, hey, whatever wrestling floats your boat, rock
Whatever.
it and float it." So, but I feel like soon as Naomi and Sasha pulled themselves out of the WWE, little bubble, I just feel like whatever they did elsewhere, especially
You
with
right.
Sasha, everybody catching their matches on the rebound, or if they
You right.
stand up early in the morning, and then you got Naomi. Everyone saw her debut on TikTok. It got spoiled for
Bro.
me. I didn't see it live, so I saw it on
Exactly.
TikTok.
Yep. That
You ain't
So
was
it's
watching
what
just
that
really
like
shit.
killed it.
You ain't
no
watching that
one,
shit. That's
no
why.
one, yeah, no one really cares, bro.
That's
It's
that's
more, it's
basically
more
saying
like,
that we already watched the ending of a movie
bro,
that's not
it's
even
it's
out yet.
it's more like when y'all coming back. I'll keep up with y'all shit, but
To
when
the
y'all
real
coming
shit.
back?
When y'all come back to the real shit. Tony, yo,
That's
Tony.
it.
Ooh, Brian gonna throw some. No, I like that one. I like that.
But
The real.
Yo, Tony Atlas had, I think it was Tony Atlas. He had did an interview. I forgot what it was. It was a while ago, and he said that same thing. Listen, if you ain't fucking with WWE, if you was in WWE and you jumped out, it ain't the WCW world anymore. AEW is not WCW, no matter how much it's trying to be, and it is trying to be. I don't care what nobody says. AEW is TNT, Monday Nitro, the Collision, Damage, Dynamite, whatever you want to fucking call it. That's definitely Nitro. It's the whole. It's the same thing they were doing.
Yes,
taking all WWE characters and put the same shit. AEW is not that. It's cool. It's an option, right? It's an option. But WWE is. I don't give a fuck if they got problems internally, whatever you want to call it. Vince McMahon. You want to be seen. You want to be taken seriously. Yo, ass.
You want to go
Sasha
there.
Banks ain't Sasha Banks. She's Mercedes. Where the fuck you are over there? You ain't. I don't even know. What she broke her ankle. That's what I know now.
Exactly.
All she is she got hurt.
WrestleMania. You ain't. You. I don't know the fuck you are anymore. Trinity, I respect you. I love you. Like, yo, I've been watching you just like Dre said. But you the Usos' wife now. Because you wrestling in green and you the same shit you was trying to do in WWE, you should have completely reestablished yourself.
That's
But
what
you
I
wanna do it the
said.
same neon shit?
Yes,
That's what
I agree.
You are
She had that chance too.
She had-
That's the problem. That's the problem. They could have easily done that and come back and got their showcase back. Especially after they walked off, they could have easily got that.
Trinity should have completely changed up from the glow stuff.
Being goofy.
I'm not even gonna lie. She more serious. She would literally take over like status like how Becky Lynch did with the main character instantly.
Yeah.
Because you gotta think how many people were so solidified into that damn walkout.
Yeah, reinvent, yo. Reinvent. You gonna go do the same shit you was doing at the main stage on the backstage? Like, nah, get the fuck out of here. Like, there's barely a crowd when you perform now. Come on. I'm just being real. You a two-time WWE champion, women's champion, tag team champion, Hall of Fame career, in my opinion. I think she'll definitely be a Hall of Famer at some point. But and more power to her. I'm not trying to say but I'm just saying if you want to, as a fan, me watching her, no, I'm not taking you seriously like I was before. I'm not even looking for you now because you're not in the island of relevancy, which is WWE. I don't give a fuck what anybody. Like you just said, Dre. You just said it too. I'm not. Where is she? I don't even fucking know who she is. Oh, I gotta find her and shit. Nah, I'm good. Like if you make a buzz,
she ain't on like Peacock no more. We ain't worried about.
Bro, I'm saying if you make like Cody made a buzz, like I said, like all in or all out, whatever. When he made that, he was in club, dyed his hair. He was fucking.
Drew a pay-per-view, literally.
He was on it.
Not on a WWE banner. That's how I think everybody's got something to showcase something. Literally, so it's like, and think it this way. Ever since Cody's left, you don't even really hear about Young Bucks or anything. And you got something to make yourself showcase. I told you, I said,
you losing sick. You sound like RoboCop. All right, Warren. Sound like RoboCop over there.
Yeah,
it's like the motherfuckers who be
I'm driving. I just did like an 8-minute match.
Oh, how was your match, bro? It was good.
Getting out of breath.
I forgot you wrestled.
Soren.
Yeah, you driving, bro. You sound horrible right
now. So it was.
All right, you guys, man. We about to wrap it up here on this live episode of Talk Pro Wrestling. He said we breaking in and out. I think he's breaking in and out as well. Yeah. You guys, man, this has been an awesome episode. Awesome live episode of Talk Pro Wrestling. Appreciate everyone for tuning in. This was dope. Night of Champions was dope. I'm gonna be checking out more wrestling this coming weekend. Also, the season finale of Commission Talks is this Wednesday live on the 11:30 podcast, Talk Pro Wrestling. The guys are going to be chopping it up. We're going to take our break. Warren Marlowe, if we can get him back in here. Anything else you want to say? But before that, hey, I think we get him. Lost him a little bit.
We lost him.
Brian B, man, you got some amazing things coming up and going on with the podcast before we head on out of here.
This is a regular, man. Live in the Lines is going to be tomorrow night, Sunday night. So we're going to be talking. It's going to be a really interesting show tomorrow. We're talking about dreams, fights, and I forgot what the other one was, but we're gonna talk about some really cool stuff. We doing our wrestling talks on our straight through the ropes. Wrestling talk is gonna be Wednesday night, 9 p.m. We'll have some people on talking about it. Dre. You're more than welcome to join the squad. We're gonna talk about the what happened on Night of Champions as well. Similar things. I love the debates, man. It's always cool, but I think the most fun about all of this is like kind of thinking about like we watch it, you want to come up with your own thing. What do you think can happen? That's fun. It's a game, yo. I'm tired of hearing people like I was on TikTok and I heard this guy was over here like, oh, but don't you know it's fake and all this other stuff or whatever, and people are still saying that shit. Like,
yeah, I was just about to say that.
We all know that it's not like real, but I'm saying it's a story. It's entertaining, like and them guys are no credit taken away from any wrestler. They're phenomenal. I mean, the stuff that they do, they put together and they put their bodies through is incredible, bro. The storytelling on a whole another level.
Like how you said, man, I can't believe people really still saying that. Like, if you can go
Yeah.
to a movie and you can watch all 10 of the Fast Furious movies franchise, but yet you talking about, man, it's real, really? But Vin Diesel can fly his ass out of a car, fire going all the way. Come on, bro.
I'll be
Like,
turning that
really?
shit off. I'll turn that off before I turn wrestling off.
Like, come on, man. Like, get
Yeah.
out of here, though.
Yeah, it's
But
annoying.
man,
I hate that shit.
exactly. I really do. But man, if you enjoy wrestling, love it all the way and keep enjoying it, man. But
Oh
once
yeah.
again, this was a great episode, man. Once again, Brian B, man, I thank you so much.
Always.
Man, I need me another water bottle, but
Oh yeah.
this was
Yeah.
great. Appreciate you for coming through here on the podcast. Definitely, you guys make sure you go subscribe, check out, watch, share, and follow my guy Brian B, and subscribe to the Be Light Entertainment LLC, man. For real.
Sure.
This was a great one, man. Until next time, we're gonna see you guys later. Thank everyone for tuning in on Facebook and YouTube. Until next time. Yo, it's your man Dre, aka Dre on Wheels, and my guy Brian B, man. Yo,
Peace out,
we
y'all.
are out, man. Real.